assume responsibility for the outcome of our lives. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Blue Collar Psychiatrist. I am your host today. What are we going to talk about today? Something that's very basic to all of the videos that I have made for you. And it's called taking total responsibility. Now, we have heard this many, many times. We've heard it from parents, we've heard it from teachers, we've heard it from anybody and everybody. Take responsibility for your life. And yet, many of us do not do that. Think about it. A situation arises, or it's not the best outcome of something that you did. What are your choices? You can either blame yourself, which is not going to be of any help to you. In fact, it's going to cause you to dig a deeper hole for yourself. You can blame other people, but that's not going to get you anywhere, because now you've ceded responsibility to an outside source and you have no control. You've given your control away. So either you blame yourself or you blame other people, neither of which is going to help you. In fact, both of them will harm you for the reasons that I've just mentioned. This is why you out there and I must accept complete and total responsibility for our lives. Nobody else is going to do it for us. You can't rent it out. You and I have to do it, because there is no alternative. If I give you a strategy, let's say, guard your time jealously, how can you give that to somebody else? You can't. You have to then always be available and ready to accept that as a truth. You have to take responsibility for how you use your time. Nobody else can do that for you. And this applies throughout life. If you got a bad grade in school, can you blame it on somebody else? No, of course not. You have to learn what you need to do to get a better mark in class, to get better grades. You are the only one that can do it. And while this seems to be very fundamental and maybe even overly used and even trite, it is the truth. Because unless we accept responsibility for our lives, nothing will change. It will remain the status quo, and we are going to be very, very frustrated. So, ladies and gentlemen, everybody out there, everyone in this audience, I implore you to always keep this in mind, that the responsibility must lie within all of us to take care of ourselves, to do what is best for us, and to, in the end, assume responsibility for the outcome of our lives. Are we happy or are we not happy? If not, we need to find out why. Do we make enough money to lead a decent life, or do we not? We have to find out why. But in the end, the same thing holds true. All of us must take responsibility for our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I remind you, drink! I drink a bottle from the fountain of life.